Heyo, this is Troy at Chick-a-Woof Ranch. I know it's been a minute since we loaded a video, but I think we got a good one for you here. Stay tuned. Well, it is a beautiful winter day here on the homestead, and perfect opportunity to make a video about what's happened with our homestead. You probably saw on the title that something is underneath our old house. All right, so here is our house, built in 1920-ish. So it's a little over 100 years old. We did have a former resident come out and visit us and talk to us about the property and specifically the house. It was about 3 years ago, right, Lucas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Lucas and Corbin. They're both going to help us out today underneath the house. So I need help, and you'll see why. So she told us a little bit about the house, and I'll skip you a lot of the boring details. But the one thing that she mentioned was she mentioned the root cellar. And I told her that we didn't have one. And she said, well, there used to be one. And I was like, huh, well, that's interesting because one of our neighbors, let's see, she is the house right there. She grew up in the same area, and she also said that there was a root cellar, and it was by the back door, which is right here. So if we walk up here, our neighbor from over there, when she told me the root cellar was by the patio, I thought she meant here on our concrete patio. And since the patio was poured, I assumed that they just filled it in. Well, when Judy, the person that used to live here, told me that no, the root cellar was underneath, was in the screened-in porch. Well, this was what was the screened-in porch. They framed all this in and turned it into a kitchen and a mudroom. So let me take you into the mudroom. This is our main entrance door here. And this is our mudroom, and it's a giant mess because it's a mudroom. But right down here is where I found the root cellar. Now, mind you, we've been on our property for 12 years, I think. Okay, yeah, it's just now 12 years. And I didn't find it until about 6 months ago. And I have not looked inside of it because it has a heavy concrete slab on top of it, and I could not lift it by myself. So that's why I need Lucas's help to move it off of there so we can get a look. Now, Corbin, I have to give him credit because he's actually the one that found it, because we were under the house fixing something, and he kind of was messing around in that general area and heard an echo in the ground, which is obviously not normal. So fast forward to last week, when I was underneath the house fixing a water bib that failed on us. I was in that general area fixing something else, and I found a vent tube to the root cellar that kind of goes at a 45 degree into the root cellar, and I was kind of dropping rocks into it, and there's water in it, which I guess makes sense, but I don't know how deep it is. So I still have not seen what's in there because of the slab that's on top. So what we're gonna do here is let me flip you around. So what we're gonna do here is is I got the hose, I got all the equipment, I got electrical, and we're gonna get down underneath the house and we're gonna show you what's going on. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Takes a little bit of spelunking to get down in here. It's pretty easy for Corbin. He's not a real big guy yet. Let me show you how you have to get in there if you're Lucas's size. All right, go ahead, bud. Get down in there. Lucas, go ahead and go down. We got a light inside there. Oh, you're doing it the hard way, dude. If you want to go head first, that's the way you got to go. I usually go feet first. You sit down and then you scoot your way in. It's not great, especially when there's big spiders by the entrance. All right, so over here is my bucket. That's our pump. If we feel like we're gonna pump the water out to see what's inside of there, I don't know. But, all right, let me set you up on the tripod, excuse me, and get you underneath there. Okay, I'm underneath the house here, and this is the first little hole that you have to crawl through the foundation to get to the other section of the house. And the area that we're going to is right around the corner there. So let me crawl through here because it takes a little, it's only about 18 inches wide. So gonna have to go sideways through it. All right, I'm through over here. That was the entrance right there. And there's Lucas. And right there is the metal or the concrete slab over the root cellar. Now, as far as I can tell, it's only about maybe 2.5 inches around, I think. I think it's round. I'm not sure if it's square or round yet. But the slab that's on top is definitely square. And it's got wood around it, but they use the wood as a form for the concrete. So, got Corbin in here with me too. Got his headlamp on. And so I was just talking to Lucas, and I think our plan is we're gonna scooch that cover off over here towards the lamp. And I think that will give us enough access to where we can crawl over there and drop that light down there to see what's going on. Now remember, we have not seen this before, so this is the first time we'll be seeing this. I have no idea if there's going to be snakes in there or what, or zombies. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, so let me show you real quick. See that hole right there? That's the 45-degree tube going into it. It seems to be like a vent hole. Okay, go ahead and push some dirt in there. I hope you heard that. There's definitely water down there. And it's crazy because it's been so dry for the past year, there should not be any water in there. So that tells me that it's probably at least 10 feet deep because of the groundwater situation. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put you up on the tripod and show you what's going on.
I still don't know how we're gonna have this big.
I know, it's huge.
Freaking. How big?
I think we're gonna have to uh-oh. There goes the wood on it. All right, pull that off.
Well, that's some less weight.
Yep.
At least.
Cobwebs galore. All right, so let's. You think you can push it my way?
Maybe if I can get my legs positioned. If I can.
Ah, hold on. Finger, see? That's why you need gloves. Okay. Holy crap, this thing's heavy. All right, keep kicking. Push. Yeah, just keep going. Have you got an opening over there yet?
Yeah. It's about halfway open.
Okay, keep going. Oh, there we go. That's good. All right, I think we got it about, don't look yet. Smash my finger. All right, let me go get the camera and we're gonna drop the light down in.
Oh, that's why it's got the thing on it.
Yep, so we got a light here with the string and we're gonna drop it down in there and video at the same time. Let me crawl back around that way. All right, so can you crawl so I can see too? Hold on, don't go yet. All right, here we go. Okay, it does look like it's concreted. Okay, go ahead and drop it down in there. Holy crap.
Whoa!
It is a concrete
well.
Wow. You want to come see Corbin?
Come on up here.
Come on up here,
I
buddy.
see it through the hole.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. So I was right. I think it's probably down to the water. It looks like it's probably
20.
Would you say 12 foot? I'd say 12 foot. From the edge of the rim here down to the bottom where the water is. So we don't know how far down it goes in the water. The concrete part looks pretty good. There's some pretty big cracks. Yeah, great. So I'm gonna go get the pump. This is so cool. Or creepy, I'm not sure which one it is. This thing is huge. So the opening does look like it's about maybe 3 foot, would you say? In diameter, maybe 2.5 foot. And it opens up to about maybe 6 foot wide.
Yeah,
When you
it's
say?
pretty big.
So if I laid down in there, it would be about 6 foot. Holy crap. Wow. Would you ever believe this would have been down here?
No,
I've been down here underneath the house doing,
we've done tons of stuff under here.
yeah, and the reason we've never found this is because there's no plumbing over here and there's barely any electrical underneath here. So there's never been for a reason to be underneath here and to ever suspect that there was anything underneath here. This is crazy. Okay, So I'm gonna pause the camera here, and then we are going to get the pump, and we're gonna drop it down in there, and we'll see how far down it goes. Maybe we'll pump out all the water if it can handle it, right? And then we'll see how deep it goes. All right, I'll bring you back when we get the pump in here and start pumping. All right, we are back. We got the bucket in here. Sorry about there's not a lot of room in here, as you might imagine. So if it's sideways, I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. All right, we got the light dropped in here, and we are gonna drop the bucket in, and then Corbin is gonna go and plug in the extension cord out on the house when I tell you, okay, bud? Okay, so why don't you hang out over there by the door, or by the opening, and I'll tell you when to go, okay? You stay here. All right, Lucas, go ahead and start lowering that in. And remember to hang on to that rope. Going down. Now when it gets down to the bottom, Lucas, or gets to the water, it's got holes in the side of the bucket, so it's gonna need to, water's gonna need to equalize and go in, so just keep going slow. Okay, here comes the power cord.
It's deep, bro.
It's deep. All right, hold on. Hey, get the extension cord hung up on something. Okay, good. Okay, keep going. So we hit water yet?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
just hit it. Yeah, we can't really go much farther with the box there. You can pull it, the extension cord up a little bit.
Oh, crap.
Pulled up. You get a lot extra.
Okay.
Yeah, you good.
All right, go ahead. Sorry about the videoing. This is a really tough spot.
Just keeps going.
It just keeps going. It's so deep. Maybe
It hit bottom.
Did it hit?
It hit bottom.
Okay, Corbin, go turn it on, bud. So how much do you think it was?
Do we have like a marker? We mark the rope.
Just tie a knot in it right there, I guess. So it's right there. All right, Corbin's going to turn on the pump. How deep do you think it might have been?
I'm
The water
saying
wise.
What, like the whole thing?
The water.
Water.
When it got down to the water.
Maybe 5 feet.
5 feet past. Okay, I felt the pump turn on.
Yeah.
Well,
It's close, but
what do we do now? So I guess tie off the rope onto something, and we'll let it pump for a while. And of course we're gonna go get Wendy, or Mommy, and let her check it out. I'm sure she's gonna wanna see this, so. All right, well, we'll be back here in a minute. We're gonna let this pump for a while. I'm gonna go back outside the house and make sure it actually is water coming out of the hose. And I think that's it. All right, we'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, we have come out to check out the flow on the hose here. and make sure it's okay. And it looks like the chickens are enjoying the water. That looks pretty good. It looks nice and clear. I can say that it doesn't, the root cellar, I should call it a root cellar, but it's more like a well now. But it doesn't stink. It just kind of smells like a musty crawl space underneath there. So,
like we can use this for hose water.
I know, maybe we should hook it up, use it for the garden or something. All right, well, we're gonna let this run for a little bit and we'll bring you back here in a minute. The chickens seem to think the water is okay. Hopefully it's all right. Well, while that's draining, right there, right over there, while that's draining, thought I'd, since it's been a few years since we made a video, I thought I would shoot, I would tell you what's going on here on the homestead. Really not a whole lot has happened in a couple years. So we're still doing our homesteading thing. We obviously have lots of chickens, and let's see, let's run through all the characters we have here. We got chickens, we got ducks, we're still doing dairy goats, we still have Emma the sheep, and we still have Dane and Binks the horses over there somewhere. And everybody's doing good. Dane somehow hurt himself. We think he twisted his ankle a couple days ago, so he's being medicated. He's not limping, but he's definitely not putting a whole lot of weight on his rear driver's side hoof. Some sad news though, we did lose Cherokee. If you guys are a long-time watcher of the channel, then you'll know Cherokee was our original livestock guardian dog. His back end was going numb on him. I mean his back end, his kind of from his back all the way down to his feet. So he was starting to drag his back end around, and we just couldn't let that go on very long. So when it started getting bad, we had the vet come out and we buried him out here in the pasture. So it's been really different not having him around, but we still have our other two livestock guardians, Cheyenne and Patu, and they are doing a great job. We haven't had any issues, but I did buy a trail camera and set it up on the edge of the property just to see what kind of pressure we're getting from the coyotes, because the coyotes are really bad. And I'm so thankful that we put up a fence around our property. That's a couple videos I did on that too. Should go check those out if you were wanting to live on a homestead. I would highly suggest putting up field fencing 4 foot high, and then put a hot wire on the top of it, about 3 or 4 inches over the top, and that'll keep anything from climbing over, including your livestock guardian dogs. Lucas is driving now, and that's his truck right there. And let's see, Daphne is inside. I think she's listening to some music. Wendy went for a walk, so we called her to have her come take a look underneath the house there, and she's about a mile away. So we'll wait for her to come back, and we'll get her on video too. But one thing I might mention about the channel is I still read all of the comments that we get on the videos. We still get a fair amount of comments from old videos. And I do respond to every single comment, unless, you know, it's weird or not very nice, then I don't. But any kind of legitimate questions, or you know, if you just want to chat, that's fine. We can chat on the comments, and but we enjoy answering any questions you might have, because, you know, I know we were new when we were doing homesteading, and you know, just 12 years ago, and we had a lot of questions. So if you're new into homesteading, or you want to just live out on some acreage and have some chickens, then yeah, more than happy to answer any questions you have. Okay, while I am kind of keeping an eye on this water, I wanted to address something maybe that's going to come up in the comments or questions. What are we going to do with this root cellar, or I guess well, that's underneath the house now? My answer is I don't know. I don't know. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. I'm not really sure what to do. I think it's cool, and we definitely have like a backup water source. If we probably ought to get it tested once we get it all pumped out. But honestly, I don't know what to do. If you have any experience with this kind of stuff, then, you know, let me know what you think. But please don't comment, oh, you should fill that up immediately, somebody's going to fall in it. Because I guarantee you, no one's going to fall into it. The only way under the house is through that one crawl space entry. And it's quite the ordeal to get underneath there, because, let me turn you around. If I can figure it out, I'll just turn around. How about that? So all that insulation that's over there next to the house, that fills up that hole, and then I've got a cover that goes over the top of that space, and then I put a brick on top of it so we don't have snakes forcing their way underneath there, because I have gotten underneath there before and seen a giant snake skin. So I was kind of expecting to see a snake in there, but I'm glad we didn't, because there would be no way for a snake to get out if it fell in there. I mean, no way. I don't care how good they are, because of how it tapers from a 2-foot or a 3-foot opening to a 6-foot opening. There's no way a snake could get back out of there unless the water was really full. So that kind of brings up another point that I wanted to bring up, and I was thinking about, is one of the reasons I don't want to fill this up is because I think it's kind of like a source of heat for underneath our house. We've never had a problem with freezing pipes, and I've always been a little scared of that, because we have such a big house, and it's kind of drafty underneath there. Although I have everything sealed up, I've never taken a temperature when it's been really cold underneath there, But I think that well is providing a source of heat to keep our pipes from freezing. And if you've ever been down, you know, in a well or a cave or something, it's amazing how warm it can be just going in, you know, like 10 feet. And with the well that we have out on the front of the property, it's about 20 feet deep. And when you get down in it, even in the winter, it's like 60 degrees down there. It's crazy. And in the summer, it could be 100 degrees outside, and you go get down in the well and it's 60 degrees down there. So it's pretty refreshing. It's just not a very fun place to hang out, let's put it that way. Well, I've done a video on this pump before, and I think it pumps out about 5 gallons a minute. I can't remember for sure, but I think it was pretty close to 5 gallons a minute. It's probably been 45 minutes since we turned the pump on. So I am gonna pause it here, and I'm gonna go check underneath the house and see how far it's gone down. All right, I'll be right back. All right, well, I just got out. I would say it is probably gone down maybe 6 to 8 inches. And I did some rough measurements with the rope and the bucket, and I think it's got another 5 feet to go. So we are losing light here, and the ducks are now here, found the water source, and they approve. There's Mucky right there. Hey, Mucky. He's the white duck. Mucky, how is it? Mucky is our duck. He is 11 plus years old. He's the first duck we got. One of the first two. He's the only one that quacks. Everybody else is a Muscovy, and they just do the hissing thing.
We're doing this.
Yes, we're doing this. Hi.
Hi.
You're back from your walk.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready to get under the house?
Yep.
Yep. So what you got there?
Some part that we're gonna I made a weight and a lot of yarn, so we're gonna measure how deep the depth is. So we'll figure out how deep the abyss goes.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess it's not really an abyss if it ends. Is that right? I don't know.
It does end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see you gracefully get in there.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hi, Corbin.
All right, I'm up in here, and here comes Wendy. She's gonna look at it for the first time. It's right there. It's not a lot of operating room here.
No, there's not.
No, there's not.
Wow. Is that the bucket down there?
Yeah.
So, is this a cistern?
They said it was a root cellar.
It can't be. Why is it? This is.
That's what I said. Sherry said it was a root cellar.
Well, she remembered the root cellar being
where the porch is. But this,
But this is where the
Is not-
screened-in porch was.
yeah. But this is not a root zone.
No, I know.
Oh,
So,
well.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huge. I'm scared to put my phone over. Let me get it firm. There. There's a bunch of crap getting me. There we go. Oh my goodness. I'm sure it's hard to see what it looks like on video, but what's the dimensions that you think?
Well, it's a little more than 6 foot across. You know, if I were to stand a man, a 6 foot man, it's, maybe, can't tell. It's more than 6, but maybe not more than 8 foot across.
Yeah, I was thinking about 6 foot across.
It looks like it tapers as it goes down a little bit more to the water, but maybe that's an illusion. I don't know.
Might be because it's getting so far down there.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so you're gonna measure it?
So I guess we'll try. If we lose it, we lose it, right?
Yeah, it's just a hunk of metal I found on the road. It looks like somebody's lug nut.
It looks like a giant chess piece.
It does, doesn't it? Looks like a rook. It's a castle nut on a lug off of somebody's wheel. Looks like a tractor wheel.
Joey can hear us. He's confused.
Yeah, I'm
dog.
kind of waiting for him to jump down in here.
Okay. The string's not. I could have maybe picked a. I just grabbed a ball of yarn that was. That was available. Okay.
Need some extra.
Weave it through my fingers here. So I don't.
And we'll have to stretch it out too because it's obviously stretching
Yeah.
while it's the weight of the...
Am I there? Am I? I'm there,
Okay.
I think.
All right, so put tie a loop or something.
Well. Oh, am I stuck on anything?
When I was lifting the bucket up and down, I could feel it's not a flat surface. So I think there's stuff down in there. That's why I wanted to pump it out to see what's in there, because it could be buried treasure.
Right.
Could be buckets of gold.
Okay, so I can either stretch it and tie my knot right here, or I can let it loose.
Yeah, just let it loose because we'll lay it on the ground to measure it, right?
Okay, yeah. It's close. You know.
You still got this thing here.
Yeah, we'll take that stuff back out.
So that's right here about the lip.
Okay. Now you gotta figure out how to do it without getting it all tangled up. And get out of here without...
Oh, it'll be all right.
So you see that pipe over there on the side? Right here. Can you look around? Right here? Or no, on the inside.
On the inside.
See it?
Yeah.
And
And then there's that vent tube. It's kind of right underneath of
Yeah, and
you.
there's one over there.
Yep. Okay, are we done?
Well, I gotta wrap her up.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna wrap it around that.
Something.
Well, this was a fun experiment.
Yeah.
So the pump has been running for, I would say, an hour and a half, maybe 2. And it looks like, I'd guess, it's gone down maybe 18 inches
Okay.
in the water line. And I think there's 4 feet of water down there. Because I lifted the bucket up and tried to figure out how much water.
Well. Okay, right there's where the water line, let's see. Water line is right here. Well, I don't want
You can tie a little knot in it or something.
to. Okay, yeah,
Or slip.
I can with
Wait.
this.
I see the bucket.
Can you see the bucket now?
Yeah.
So people on YouTube are probably going to be like, hey, you dummies, how could you never notice this thing underneath your house? What do you have to say to them, Wendy?
How many of you gonna get under the house?
Crawl spaces aren't real fun, are they?
No. We're lucky we're not very big people to get under the house.
Yeah, there's some spots to get into the all sections of our house that would make most people have a conniption.
So,
There's one spot that's about, not kidding, it's probably, what, 12 inches wide?
yeah. No, it's
It's about a foot. It's about a foot wide by maybe 18 inches tall. So you have to go in sideways.
Yep.
It's not cool.
No, this is lit up. We don't normally have it.
Yeah, I've got,
You brought the light in.
I brought my shop light down here.
Yep. Okay, so here's the,
Yeah, so that's that vent tube.
yeah.
I guess it's a vent tube.
Huh.
Hey, Corbin, don't lay on top of that. Because if it were to fall
You're
in,
on
I
the
wouldn't want
glass.
you to fall in too. There you go.
Okay. This way.
All right, well, let's crawl out and we'll
Go measure.
go talk to the YouTube people.
The depth, the water is, it's not more than, I would say 3 feet.
Okay,
I think it's about 3 feet.
all right. So
Water line.
I was about right. I guessed about 4 foot when we dropped it in.
Yeah, 3-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to say exactly, so. Yep.
That's quite a bit of water down there, though. I mean, 4 foot of water, 6 foot round. I wonder what the math is on that. How many gallons? I told the YouTube people that it's been so dry here
Yeah.
over the last year. I'm
Yeah.
shocked that there's water down in there.
Yeah.
So it's
no,
all groundwater coming
Yeah.
up from bottom.
And hay, the price of hay was terrible this summer.
Yep.
Trying to buy hay and trying to find any much past summer was bad. So we had a lot of dry heat. Yeah, the garden burned up pretty quick. We didn't have too much left. So
Okay, let's go
Yep.
out. We'll go out and measure it.
all right.
So I've already shared my thoughts on what we should do about what's under the house. root cellar,
Well,
well, whatever you want to call it. What do you think?
I don't know. Where's the water coming from? Is it just groundwater?
Yeah. I mean, because you know what's going to happen. We're going to have like people coming on saying, you need to seal it up. Kids are going to fall in it, you know.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, seems like an emergency source of water.
Yeah.
I don't know. You like remodeling floors.
I do.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'm like, well, it's right there, the mudroom. We haven't done anything with it yet. Hey, you could have a little hand pump right there and
yeah. Just do a sink with a hand pump,
something.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. Have to think about it.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to measure this?
Okay, I'm gonna try not to stretch it. Here's the fancy weight.
Okay.
So let's put it there. I put one tiny little knot where the water line. There's the water line.
Okay, let me measure that real quick.
Knot right there.
Here, grab it. Here, the end of this.
Oh. Sorry, I still have my gloves on.
Is that it right there?
Right there.
Okay. So about 38 inches, and I guessed about 18 inches of water that it's pumped out already. So 56 inches of water. Is that right? 46 inches of water. Math on YouTube.
Okay.
All right, I'll come down.
It's not stretched. It's just relaxed.
Right there. So about 15 feet. 14 and a half. You got it?
Yep.
Yeah, about 14 and a half feet. Almost 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There we go. That's a fun little experiment.
Yeah.
Huh. All because you climbed down there to support the house?
Yeah. The
that
water
what you're-
bib. Well, what did I get down there for about 6 months ago? What did I do underneath? Oh, it was because I was shoring up the
floor.
floors. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you. You like redoing the floors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So-
were kind of bouncy in a couple spots,
Yep.
so I was putting some extra support under them.
Right, after you refinish the living room, so.
Yep.
We've known it's been, the cap has been down there for a while. We just assumed it was a root cellar. So maybe that goes to show. And when you crawl under, there's a lot of sand, you know, right there, that first section. So maybe they did fill in the root cellar with sand. And if that was a well, is the well right under the front porch there? Or I mean,
Yeah, it's right in the mudroom. It's
Okay.
right when you walk in the mudroom.
okay. Well, so the end of the house, the original end of the house,
Mm-hmm.
you know, was right there. So we have
Yeah,
a little
this is all add-on right here. And they added on, we think, in the early 40s. We thought it was in the late 40s, but we found some newspaper that was from World War II, the beginnings of World War II.
Okay. So it's close to the original house, but not, you know.
Yeah, so that well would have been just outside of the original house.
Yeah.
So we'll have to talk to Sherry and see if the root cellar that she was talking about is really the well. Maybe it is.
No, I'm thinking no.
She would know the difference.
She would know the difference.
Well,
used to come
we'll
and-
describe it to her. Maybe she remembers.
She used to come and buy eggs here, and when she was little with her parents. So, no, I bet she has memories of going down, you know, like if they had cans and things. I don't think she would confuse that. So,
Yeah, okay.
So we'll have to ask if she remembers. She was pretty little though, because she actually had her, so she remembers eating her senior breakfast, her graduation breakfast in our kitchen. So that's the add-on. So she had that. So whenever they added on in the, I'm thinking about when she was born. So if she remembers the root cellar and the kitchen wasn't there, she was born in mid-50s. So the add-on is a little newer than we think.
Mhm.
So anyway. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks everybody for watching and hanging in. And it was a long video probably, but we thought it was pretty exciting. So I thought I'd turn on the camera and do a quick video. Not a quick video, a long video. Just let you know what's going on here and that everybody here is fine. We hope everybody out there in the rest of the country and all over the world is fine. So with that, we'll tell you goodbye, and we'll see you the next time we turn on the camera.
Happy New Year.
All right, bye-bye.